Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now in this video we're going to talk about Santander saying house prices are going to crash by 10% in 2023, and I'm going to share with you why I think that they could be on the ball and why I listen to lenders, personally myself, more than analysts. So before we jump into this, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell notification. Smash that like button as well, guys. It'll take you 2 seconds. I'll wait while you do it. Go on, do it right now. Smash that like button over there. And now let's jump into the content. So, Santander, they're a big lender, and they are saying that they feel that prices are going to drop by 10% in 2023. Now, why do I think that lenders have a little bit more information than everybody else? You see, we've had different forecasts from the IMF. We've had the Bank of England talking about stuff. There's all sorts of different people that have predictions and stuff like that on the market. But why I think lenders have that little bit more info is because at the end of the day, they know what's happening now. They know the deals that this week got agreed. They know the lending that they've agreed to put out. And those deals are going to go through legals and all of that sort of process and won't complete for 3 to 6 months from now. So already they have an indication on what the market is going to look come autumn, which nobody else really has that kind of data, do they? Now, you do get surveyors that have a little pool of knowledge, but then those surveyors, they're often smaller companies and they're localized to a region, whereas Santander, Nationwide, Halifax, all these other lenders, they've got the whole of the country data, and they're that little step ahead than anybody else. They even know before the land registry know. And so that's why I think it's interesting to listen to what they're saying. And so Santander, they're saying that we've already had a 1% drop. We know about that. We talked about that in a video just previously. And that's the official data is saying so far in 2023, we are down 1%, which is interesting. Santander are saying, look, 10% is likely, and that will put us back to the prices of 2021, so mid-pandemic levels, which is interesting, right? That's fairly realistic. And now they're saying that the reason why they feel that we'll have this drop is fairly obvious. First and foremost is inflation, right? Now, a lot of people do expect inflation to drop, and it is expected to go to single digits. It was expected to go to single digits this month, but it didn't because food costs went up significantly. It's really being quite stubborn, the inflation in the UK. Maybe the government's dealt with it slightly badly compared to other countries because America's down to 7% already. We're still at 10%, but inflation is being stubborn. It's not going anywhere particularly fast. It is expected to drop. It will definitely get to single digits, I believe, by the summer for sure, but it's how fast it gets down to the low single digits. The target of the Bank of England is to get inflation to 2%. Now, normally what you would do is you would raise the interest rate higher than the inflation amount, and that would push that inflation down faster. The Bank of England have come out and said in the last few days that it wasn't quite normal, this type of inflation that we had. And if they had to do that by just purely interest rate rises, they would have had to have gone up to 20%, which just would have killed everything, and it just wouldn't have been possible. And so if you put the interest rates to inflation, interest rates up to 20%, you'd have had the biggest housing market crash ever. The stock market would have crashed. We'd have a huge recession. Everything would just be horrendous. Like, it wouldn't have been a smart move. So they've gradually risen those rates. We're at 4.25%. We're likely to go up again in May. And so inflation is one of the key things that they feel is really going to cause us the issues. Let's see what else they say here. There was one other thing I wanted to share with you guys. And interest rates is the key thing here. So interest rates we've nearly peaked. We're expected to peak in May on these now. We may have peaked already if we didn't have that stubborn little bit of inflation this month. And that's caused the bank to have to rethink what they're looking at. Now, all of the central banks around the world are looking really key thing. This next interest rate rise for all of them is a big decision. Some may pause. I hope that we do pause, but interest rates is the key thing that Santander is saying, that they might not come down as quick as you might expect, right? And that's interesting to really understand, that we want them to come down, possibly by the end of the year. We are seeing deals, though, that are lower than the base rate. So you can get some longer term deals that are lower than the base rate at the moment. But what do you think about this? I mean, it's interesting that Santander, they're saying, look, 10%, that's where they're expecting it to go. Like I said, I think that the lenders have their finger on the pulse more than anybody else. They've got data that we could never know, that no analyst could ever have. They know things that others don't. So if they're saying 10%, then that's probably fairly realistic. Myself, I've said I think house prices will go down 8% this year. No, look, I'm not an analyst, but that's just where I feel we'll end up. But will I stop investing this year? No. The only problem that we could foresee is if lending stops. That's when things get difficult. But subject to lending carrying on, and we get more predictable interest rates, like if we're starting to peak now, that makes deals that little bit easier. And when I'm buying a deal, I'm always looking at properties where I can add value. This is opportunity for you guys. People that watch this channel are interested in property investing. And if you're thinking that you're worried about the market going down, try and reframe that and say, well, look, houses are going to be on sale, right? And so if they're going to be on sale, you want to be buying more houses than you would when they're not on sale. But you need to look at deals where you can add value to the property, add bedrooms, refurbish the property, and you can have high cash flow strategies like HMOs and serviced accommodation. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Interesting update from Santander. Let me know in the comments what you think. Keep it nice and kind. Do smash the like button. Do subscribe if you didn't already. We're nearly at 5,000 subscribers. I'm hoping we hit that in the next few days. I'm James Nicholson. Do check out all the other content on my channel, including this video right here.